Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is divorcing from a spirit spouse. In some sources, they also say spiritual spouse, but I prefer to say spirit spouse because it's a dark spirit that attached itself to us through sexual energies, desires, and anything like that. It could be intercourse, but it doesn't have to be. It could simply be sexual energies, or any incestuous emotional connections, as far as I know. That part, I was just getting this really weird feeling when I was watching this one video on when it said that it could even be your own mother. And that's when I had a really strong and bad feeling, because my own mother, even though there was nothing actually sexual, like there was no sexual abuse or anything, but she treated me like her substitute husband, emotionally speaking. So I think it can also relate to that. Like, that was the feeling I was getting, that it, like, if there's an incestuous connection like that, a spirit spouse can also attach. And it can also be that a lineage is cursed to always have spirit spouse attachments, but it doesn't have to be. It could also simply be from, the partners you've had, or one of them. And it can also be that someone who is attached by a dark entity and wants to be with you, like, they could be using all sorts of black magic to even get to you, and to then eventually become intimate with you, and then have that spirit spouse dark entity attach themselves to us. Whether or not they're 100% aware of that or not, I think varies, but either way, it can happen. So we're going to try to deal with all of that. And I don't mean to scare anyone if you're not familiar with any of that. But it can definitely happen. And if you don't have that, it's not going to hurt you, or you don't really have to watch the whole video. If you're just interested in the first informative part, then I'm just gonna quickly talk through about the stuff that I have here, and then you can always stop the video if you don't want to get the actual part where I do the ceremony. Okay, so what we are gonna do is, I just wrote this note for myself because last time I kind of forgot, but it was fine because I got a candle in the meantime. That's perfect for it. Anyhow, so spirit spouse, so we're gonna divorce a spirit spouse, or if there are several, although they're usually pretty jealous, so I think there's only one at a time. We're going to release ourselves from it and release them from us. And we're going to revoke any and all consent to access us in our energy field. That's sort of the usual thing with any kind of dark entity attachment and energy drains and all that kind of stuff. Then here I'm gonna release the chains that bind us to them, and we're gonna have like a judgment of divorce. And this is actually, I think, why 2 days ago I forgot about this part when I did the last ceremony, because this candle just arrived today, and I actually ordered it because I was guided to use a skull and crossbones candle to break a family curse. And it took a while. It took quite a few weeks. And basically, the image I got was a skull and crossbones on fire. So they had to be burned. And I was wrecking my brain trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I did another ceremony for that already, where I actually MacGyvered it a little differently. I had a skull jar with a candle in it, and then 2 beef bones with candles on them, I believe. Yes, I did. Yeah. Sorry, it was a while ago, so I forget stuff because I do so many different ones. Okay, then I have a wooden fork that we're gonna break, or that I'm gonna break, as the devil influence that comes with a spirit spouse, or the devil type influence, the demonic, dark, whatever influence that they had on our lives. And this was actually a really good one. I found this the other day, and sometimes I'm just curious and I pick up stuff. And as I picked it up, I noticed it was broken. And that was such an important sign. It looks intact. It looks like the cycle is not broken, but we already broke the cycle. And a lot of the dark attacks that are happening to us now, I believe, are the last attempts of those dark ones to hold on to us and to stop us from our ascension, because we are breaking cycles and we've already succeeded, but they're trying to stop us from moving forward, because I've already had a bunch of abundance flow into my life. So that contradicts the dark stuff that's still happening, right? So it's actually the dark trying to make us believe that it hasn't worked yet. So then, they have their hooks in our heart space and our sacral chakra, in our womb space. Now, if you're male or you have male body parts, then still like your sacral chakra. If you have a womb, then it would be in there as well as the sacral chakra, which is kind of like one, but sometimes it's treated as two different things. So we're going to remove those and cut the cords between us, represented by the white candle, or slightly off, but still counts as white, and the skull and crossbones candle, representing the spirit spouse, that dark entity attachment that can cause a lot of trouble and wreak a lot of havoc in our lives. It can bring in chaos, bad luck, constant problems and issues and things happening. It can cause any following relationships that you may have after that spirit spouse attached to fail, or you may not even have any more relationships. It's really insane. It's like some crazy stuff. Anyhow, then we're going to do a portal closing with the cup where I cut out the bottom. We're going to break a nut again. And I don't know if I also need to do this, but I put it there just in case, like to break the black magic. But I think the nut might just do the trick. So I'll see if I still feel inclined to do that. Then my reversal crank. I found this stick a while ago and just find it's perfect for reversing because it looks like a crank. And then I have the little mini broom to brush off any dark stuff. And I found this golden butter knife at the dollar store the other day. And I felt like this is like the knife of the divine, right? So like we're gonna add to the cutting by also like symbolically cutting it with this, and energetically, spiritually, and so on, right? Okay, I think that's all the explanations that I can think of all the stuff that I have here. Sometimes something else pops into my head, like that's sort of the usual claircognizant way of suddenly I know something and I have to like explain it later, but I'm just gonna go ahead now. So we're gonna smudge, and then I'm gonna call in our spirit guides and then do all this. And if anyone feels that they may not need this, then, you know, by all means, I'll see you in the next video or whenever you would like to watch another one. But otherwise, like, this is actually more common than people realize, because with every person that you've had sexual contact with, it is possible. It doesn't mean that it is, but, you know, better safe than sorry, I'd say. Okay, anyway, let's smudge. Please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational. And flood us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. And also, if necessary, any banishings and anything else that is part of this protection ceremony and spirit spouse divorcing ceremony. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. And please close the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay. So, let us start divorcing and separating and disconnecting from any and all spirit spouses and any and all dark entities that attach themselves to us as a spirit spouse, and any and all black magic, evil witchcraft, spells, curses, hexes, parasites, AI, and anything connected to those dark entities that attach themselves to us as spirit spouses. And this may apply to family curses as well as any other kind of dark magic and malpractice of the arts and any ill intentions. And this could be coming from anyone who is too much still unhealed and in the ego, and therefore in the narcissistic devil type energies. Okay, so let any and all cords, bonds, soul bindings, vows, soul contracts, shackles, chains, leashes, spirit spouse connections and spirit spouse marriages and any and all other connections between us and those dark entities that are our spirit spouses now and forever be cut, severed, and finished throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And so it is, all my relations. We bless them with divine love and release them from our lives now and forever for all eternity. And ask the spirit of the fire to take them. They shall be cast back into the fire. And from there they can decide if they want to go back to hell or go into the light and return to source energy for reintegration. Either way, they shall be bound there and neutralized and their powers stripped from them, and they shall be rendered harmless. And so it is, all my relations. And the shackles shall also be removed from them. They may just be so lost in darkness that they became demonic. Sometimes when there's enough consciousness and emotions that are so dark, it's like it can like form an entity. See, that just actually popped into my head. So this is some claircognizant teaching. Okay. And let any and all devil type energies in our lives now and forever be broken. Wow, that broke easily. Oh, yeah, that was good. Whew. Let that now and forever be broken, done, and finished. That cycle is completely broken. Let me see if I can actually break that fully. No, that's the trouble. That's plastic, but all right, good enough. We know that the cycle is broken. And let the divine knife fully and completely cut any energetic connections that may still be there. Actually, we just need it here, actually. Let any and all energetic connections be fully and completely removed from us, between us and them. Physical, and that shall be applied to our body, mind, spirit, soul, energy field, and any and all karmic aspects and connections. And so it is, all my relations. And we shall now be freed from those shackles. Hold on. I thought it would be easier, but here we go. Yeah, now it's open. Okay, now the shackles, the chains are open and broken and removed from us. We are free. And the divorce from our spirit spouse shall now and forever be final and divinely supported and legal and binding. Any and all previous contracts shall now be null and void, and so it is, all my relations, all our relations. And any and all black magic that may still be connected to that shall also be fully and completely broken. And here we go, 2 separate pieces. And all that evil, that dark entity, and the person that had the dark entity attachment, all that dark, hard, evil shell around their hearts shall now and forever be broken. Whoops. Whoa, that did not want to go. That actually went right under my cabinet, so I have to look for that later, but I have more nuts here. I have lots more, so they're not getting away that easily. Okay, let's try this again. I guess I'm going to hit it now. All right, and their dark evil shell around the dark evil heart is now broken. They shall be fully and completely be exposed to the light. All their darkness shall be exposed to the light, and they shall heal. Light shall flood into their dark hearts non-stop, and they shall have no choice but to start healing. And any and all portals and gateways that have also connected us to those people that were, that had these dark entity attachments, that were their spirit spouses, all those portals and gateways shall now and forever be closed as well. And any and all hooks shall be removed from our hearts and our sacral area, our sacral chakra. Now, let's see. This is actually not that easy with one hand. Oh, I think I'm getting it. Sorry, that's a bit more of an operation than I realized because I made it earlier, so it's already drying. Okay, one is out. And now the other one. Oops, that looks awkward. As I spilled the water. That's okay. The water will wash away our pain and the damage. Okay, thank you. So yeah, if you can do a little something for yourselves with water to just kind of wash it all off and away, that would be wonderful. Still a little bit in there. Okay, the hooks are out, and we are going to heal. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I needed the water to close the holes. It might take a bit longer, but I really want to see if I can close those holes. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Okay, so we shall fully and completely heal from the damage of those hooks that they had in us, in our heart and in our sacral chakra, and in the womb space for those where it applies. Oh, yeah, it already feels way better. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the damage is now healing and being undone, and any and all damage shall be fully and completely reversed and undone, and it shall fully and completely heal. We shall fully and completely heal, and any of the hurt, pain, and suffering, trauma, PTSD, CPTSD, and just the craziness of the lifestyle that many of us have had because of that shall be brushed away. The stress shall be brushed away, the anxiety, the constantly on alert to jump, to be like when in fight or flight mode, or when fawning, to just like freeze and not be able to deal with anything. We're healing from all of that. We're now safe, shielded, and protected by the highest divine power. And none of that darkness can get to us anymore. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain earlier. So I have the 2 dragons here again, same as last time, and the rainbow crystal wand, because that's what had helped me fight a dark entity. And the light dragons, like the dragons that are of the light, sometimes come when we need like extra support, right? So yeah, now all the dark stuff is gone. It's floating away. We're brushing it away into the wind. And all the stress, all the craziness, all the anxiety, all the insanity of all the different challenges that were thrown our way are now just floating away. And we are... Sorry, I'm trying to close this hole more at the same time. This is a really deep one. So in our sacral chakra, there's a deep wound that still needs to heal. In the heart chakra as well, but it's not as deep. It's the sacral chakra that is massively damaged, but we are healing from it. And we're going to recover just fine. Okay, I'm still learning it with this side. I think I'm going to cheat again and use that side, sorry. As I mentioned before, I've only really worked with drums and rattles up until now. So I just wanted to get a little bit of that in there. And I actually chose the singing bowl that had a lotus flower inside to also just help us with that peace, regaining that inner peace and harmony and balance, coming out of such insanity. that is usually part of having a spirit spouse attached to us. All right. Yeah, the energy feels good now. So if anyone wants to stay in this energy longer and maybe meditate or just sit and maybe visualize or just quietly sit or drum or whatever, then please pause the video because I'm going to wrap it up now. And for the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is, all my relations, all our relations. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and for being a part of the ceremony as well, for contributing your energies to it as well, and for working on your own healing. I'm sending you so much love and light, many blessings. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe, and be well until next time. Bye.